see that? Oh, my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the dreams.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Watch the twitch.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Check. Going to 53. Check 50. Check 50.
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check 99. We're going to 54. He's coming. We got double up.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
I got motion. Gun. 58's the money. I got it.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Miles Sanders, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Ready. We're waiting. 59. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Switch. Check 31. Check 30. We're good.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Breeze. This is caught by Antonio Brown. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Wake able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Julian Edelman. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Go. Get out there. Hot.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That's got to be a long day. Here we go, 47. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Dak Prescott last year against Philly, boy, biggest game of his career passing yardage-wise, 455 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 29-23 December victory over the Eagles. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Well, here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
With the score, Vikings 7, Eagles nothing.
Here we go. 58 to Mike. Hey. Check 13. Check 13. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 26.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Switch. Begin. Check. We're going to 54. Wide.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Hey, 47. 58 to Mike. Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And it's Graham here, the one who is still down. And looks like he's in some pain. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Everybody, watch the run. Everybody, go to 54. Go to 54.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Everybody, kill. We're going to 54. Wide. Echo. Mike 51. I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51.
Prescott now from the 50. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. And they'll have his man, that's Edelman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the Eagles' 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Julian Edelman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
14, Eagles 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression.
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They begin the drive with Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Kill. 47.
3rd and 4.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Rush in. Hey, kill. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, go to 54, go to 20.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
95, 56, 52. Rip right. Easy, opposite. Check. Watch the safety creep. Undercrush.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Well, waiting. Mike is 59. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check safety. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down.
Kill. 50, kill.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Check it back, check it back.
Go to 54, go to 54. Line.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Williams. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Here go 46.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
You're good.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. That's complete. It's Bell.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Breeze now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? You ready? You opposite.
He's crouching. He's checking crouch.
0-2. Ready, check.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he's got Miller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
Let's go.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Ready?
95-56.
Breeze now on 1st down. A screen to Bell. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Kill. Turn it. Kill. Check 3.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
What do you think?
He's coming. Check him.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. He was looking for Edelman there.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check four. You're good. Check four. Ready.
Play action. Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
59 mark. Check, 59. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Here we go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's got room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. Got a man. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Jim. Check it. 11. Hey, easy.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it with Bell. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. From the 38, Breeze caught here by Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 5-9. Hey, high 7. What is that? 52 right here. 52. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking win. Hey, kill.
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Wake, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ready. Yellow lady. 65. Opposite.
On third down, Henry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Bang. Sammy. Showing up. Watch the edge. Kick the edge. Come.
They'll run. It's Henry. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Derrick Henry denied here on fourth down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. On first down, Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, it's Sanders. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Sanders. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
What screen? 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Hey, watch that.
There we go. Kill. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on third down, Breeze rolling to his right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
95-56. Over.
2 yards on the pickup.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Completes it to Miller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
53.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Breeze now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
You're good. I four, ready. You're good. I four, ready. Ready,
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going deep for Brown. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
At the 16-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Keep him.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
be scared of it. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, 47.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he connects with Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. On first down, it's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Sanders.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Running right, here's Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, seam 6.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Let's go, tackle, let's go. Hey, break it down, fellas, break it down. Switch.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just did one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. He'll let it fly in the direction. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Pierre Desir. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Vikings, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.